Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise on the PC and not actually the Nintendo Switch. And that's the fact that thanks to Gaming Bolt, which is a huge shout out to them, this is their coverage, this is why I'm sharing their information. This is not coming from me directly, this is coming directly from them. Obviously there's a link in the video description as well. And what they're saying is that Monster Hunter Rise has been rated for PC in Korea and both Germany. Now, what that actually means for people who don't necessarily know how ratings works, it's essentially an institution that gets to tell game developers and game creators if their game is suitable for a specific audience, be it rated E, rated R, rated M, whatever the situation might actually be. So it's one of those things that even as the game is pretty much near completion, or not necessarily finished, but it's close enough that they have pretty much a pretty good idea and a pretty good layout of what the contents of that game are actually going to be. They go ahead and submit their information. Usually someone in that ratings board has to play some type of version of a build for that specific game, and then they could actually give it a proper rating. In previous places in the past, one of the things that we've known because of ratings is that a game is going to be ported to, for example, the Nintendo Switch. We see that in the Korean ratings boards, a lot of games get pretty much rated a couple of weeks or a couple of months before they're actually revealed, and then like about a month later we end up seeing that game officially get announced for the Nintendo Switch. So rating boards are not 100% accurate, but for the most part they're a pretty good sign or a signifier that something is coming in the near horizon. So according to Gaming Vault, they're actually saying that the PC version of Monster Hunter Rise has appeared in the Korean version via the Gaming's Rating and Administration Committee, and in Germany via the, I'm not going to even try to pretend to get this accurate, but essentially the Unterholsten Software Self-Control, which I don't know if that's, I'm guessing the name of their rating boards. When it comes to the Korean rating, this information was submitted into and approved on August 4th and approved on August 20th. As for the German one, we don't necessarily have a date, but this pretty much seems to be something that's been in the work for a little bit over a month now. In the German rating, they do rate it as USK 12, so pretty much kids under 12 should not be able to play it. Anyone above 12 should be able to play it, no problem. Just for context, it's pretty much the same rating that the Nintendo Switch version has, so nothing necessarily has changed in that regard. Now, I can't stress this enough, Gaming Vaults themselves are actually speculating, and then I'll repeat this again, speculating that given that Capcom will be attending this year's Tokyo Game Show, which is the digital event, there's a good chance that they could go ahead and drop the trailer at the very same time. But we don't necessarily know anything about that, and this is according to them, not to me. So Capcom, if you're watching, don't get mad at me, get mad at them. But yeah, that's pretty much all the information that we have so far when it comes to this. Like I said, ratings boards listings don't necessarily tell us specifically release dates or anything along those lines, but they're pretty clear markers as to something is in the works, something is coming. If you actually notice, just in this past week alone, the Alan Wake remake, I believe, was like officially rated like 3 or 4 days prior to the game being revealed in the PlayStation conference. So it's very much one of those things where, like, once things get rated, they're pretty much ready to be shown. Something is in the works, but again, the timing depends on, essentially varies from company to company, and it varies whenever they actually choose to want to showcase the game itself, but we don't necessarily know anything about that, do we? If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!